Okay, this video is going to be how to show fractions on a number line. The first fraction, or first number line that I'll be using is my top one on that says fourths. To do this, all you have to do is separate this number line into fourths. The easy way to do it is to draw a rectangle underneath the actual number line itself, and then so it looks like a fraction bar, and then divide that whole fraction bar into fourths, and then you can just label it. Students need to also understand that 4/4 is the same as 1 whole. So I have them label 4/4 as well. Now, this next number line is how do we show a specific fraction? So, for example, 3/8. Well, in this one, we're going to draw that box again, all the way down to the 1 whole here. And this time, we're going to be cutting it into eighths. So I cut my fraction bar in half, then cut each half in half, which gives me fourths, and then cut each fourth in half, which will give me eighths. And then I can just come over here and label my pieces. Oops. Now, to show 3/8 on this number line, they actually have to shade up to 3/8 here. And then I have them circle it to recognize that that is 3/8. Now, the third number line actually shows an improper fraction, and that's when the numerator is bigger than the denominator. So that means that we have more than 1 whole. So if you look at this third number line, it goes from 0 to 2, with the middle point being 1 whole. So from 0 to 1 here is 1 whole, and then from 1 to the 2 is a second whole. You do it the same way as we did the top two. You just draw that box. So there's 1 whole right there. And then I'm going to draw another box. There's the second hole right there. Each one of these holes have to be divided into fifths. And you want to make them about as fair as you can. I understand that no one's perfect, but you can still get pretty close. Now, I would have them label it. Now, here we've hit 1 whole. So the next fifth would be 6/5, 7/5, 8/5, 9/5, and then 10/5, which would also equal 2 wholes. Now, the fraction that we're trying to put on this number line is 9/5. So they need to shade all the way over to the 9/5 line. There they've crossed 1 whole, so we know we have more than 1 whole. And there we are at 9 1/5, or 1 whole and 4/5, if they want to look at it that way. Now, the last number line here at the bottom is actually a mixed number. We have a whole number with a mixed number attached, or with a fraction attached to it. You do it the same way as you do the other ones. Again, this number line starts at 0 and ends at 2 and has 1 in the middle. So from 0 to the 1 there is 1 whole, and then from the 1 to the 2 is the second whole. They need to draw the rectangles. There's the first box. There's the second box. Now, this one we're dividing into sixths because our denominator is 6. Cut into thirds, and then cut each third in half to get 6. Cut into thirds, and then cut each third in half to get 6. And if you would like, you can have them label it. It makes it easier to see. That should be a 6. There you go. There's one whole. So this would be 1 whole and 1 6, 1 whole and 2 6, 1 whole and 3 6, 1 whole and 4 6. And then this one would be 1 whole and 5 6. And this would be 2. And then all they need to do is just shade all the way to 1 whole and 4 6, which is right there. And that's how you do fractions on a number line.